Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm sorry. I knew that I had put this code in, and yet that still cracks me up. Seeing Banjo come towards the camera like this. Okay, so I'll explain that in a minute. First things first. A little while ago, I pressed a button to make Gruntilda's eyes pop out, and I forgot to stomp them back in and get myself a Jiggy. I tend to forget this one a lot because you have to come back to this room in order to get it, and oh boy, his hand is so big you can't even see the Jiggy he's holding. Anyway, every time you restart the game, you have to pass through this room in order to reach the rest of the lair, so that is how I now remember to go ahead and grab that. Anyway, speaking of restarting the game, I was right. Every time you reload your game, you have to do the bottles puzzles all over again if you want to redo the codes, which is lame. Not entirely sure why they don't save the fact that you succeed that. Well, before the stream, I decided to go ahead and do those codes all over again because, by golly, I wanted to do this big bottles bonus because it is so fun. Now, because I'm not a washing machine anymore, that means I'm not immune to the effects of various hazards. So I'm going to go ahead and get this bottles move over here. It's right at the start of the level. No problem. These are the wading boots. Chicken Legs wears them so you can safely wade through dangerous areas like the swamp for a limited time. Okay, Chicken Kazooie, let's go grab a pair. Great, now you know all the swamp's new moves. Now we're not actually doing the swamp right now, because I want to move onward to Gobi's Valley to acquire some other shoes. So we'll just leave this place behind for the time being. Now, I know for a fact that my stream is working for me, but just to double check, I haven't seen any reactions from you guys yet. Is the stream working for you guys? Well, regardless, I can't exactly restart this because that would mean redoing the puzzle, so that ain't happening. Actually, since I have now unlocked the wading boots, I can't unlock them, so yeah, it's a good thing this is working. Hold on a sec. Wonder why the music restarts when going through some of these doors. It doesn't do that everywhere. Kinda weird. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab the wading boots. I'm kind of surprised that Kazooie's feet don't get big, but I guess it's because of the shoes. It would kind of mess them up somehow. Draw me now, Bird and Bear. Bird. I wasn't paying attention. You were saying something funny. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, let's get out of here. Only we sand eels can survive in here. Yeah. Good thing I didn't take damage. And welcome to Gobi's Valley. You'll find one more move in here, Banjo. So Gobi's Valley might be my favorite level in the game. I'm not entirely sure why, but I always look forward to this level. There's just something special about it. Maybe it's the music, maybe I like deserts, maybe it's the characters. Trunker wants rain. Gasp. I'm shriveling up. How's your nuts, Bark Breath? Kazooie? Will eggs and feathers help? No. Cough. Need water. Help. What about the water you're surrounded by? That makes no sense. Oh, now we can get the message on these shoes. Huh. Don't think you can use these until you've found out how. Alright. Well, can't do anything about Trunker right now. Don't worry, big guy. We'll help you out eventually. You know, Trunker is probably the most underrated character in the game. Everybody remembers the namesake character of this level, Gobi, but nobody seems to remember Trunker. Don't worry, big guy. I am totally on board with you. You're like my favorite character in the game. No, he isn't. I suppose another reason why I like this level in particular is this guy. The Sphinx. He's kind of neat. He's like part cat and part bear. Sure, why not? Hi there! You got a big head and so do I. My nose is all blocked up. Well, I can kind of help with that. I'm going to block it up even more with some eggs. Because the best way of clearing up a nose is stuffing eggs inside of it. Ah, that cleared Jinxie's nose. Come on in. And then another thing about this level is it's kind of, oh, I don't know. I want to say Indiana Jones-ish, but it's not really Indiana Jones, but it's the whole fact that we're exploring temples and stuff. I only have to shoot one egg, yet I keep shooting 3. Because sometimes you do have to shoot 3 for certain puzzles. Which one was it that you had to shoot 3? It was at Clanker's teeth. And yet here I am, knowing I only need to shoot 1 egg, but still shooting 3. Speaking of Clanker, it occurs to me that I have done a pretty poor job overall appreciating the characters that we meet. We have met some pretty interesting characters throughout this journey so far, like Waza the dude boy. I am having a lot of trouble hitting you. Waza the walrus, who is in such excitement over meeting another walrus friend. I mean, I get you, Waza. I get excited whenever I meet another raccoon myself. Or another skunk, as the case may be. And of course, Clanker. There was quite a conversation going on about Clanker's role as a garbage grinder in the Twitch chat. And rather than take part in the conversation, I kind of kept it in the back of my mind. Oh, that's something I want to talk about eventually. Rather than take part, which is... It's like I should have totally took part in that conversation while it was going on. Viewer interaction, folks, is kind of important. And of course, there's everyone's favorite, Blubber, the belching pirate hippo. Sure, he's immature, but he was like one of my favorite characters whenever I was a kid. He was a hoot. Here I am playing this fun game, and all of a sudden, burping hippo. That's hilarious. So I'm gonna do a better job trying to appreciate the characters that we meet. I'm also hopefully going to not die. Much like that. I would prefer not to die at any point during this adventure, given that death means I have to recollect all the notes. And I'm pretty sure the entrance to this guy also resets, so I'd have to do that again. So let's kind of get good. And also kind of make our way to... No, let's not do that yet. We'll save that. For the moment, let me make my way back up here, because there is a challenge I need to perform. Or, hold on a sec. No, I really do need some health. Let me get some health. There's some health right down here. You're not going to tell me about your bees? Okay, well, we're at a point in the adventure. Touch my honey this time and you'll be sorry. Now you say it. Hold on a sec. So yeah, these recovery points are kind of dangerous now. Unless you use the golden feathers. Alright, now that I am actually not about to die, let's make another trip up the Sphinx here. You know, even in regards to, like, the actual Sphinx, it's still a neat idea. Body of a lion, head of a human. That's gotta be an interesting life. I wonder how they came up with that idea. Oh my goodness, you're filling up so much of the screen! Summon all the hidden rings of the ancients to beat the witch. I will go ahead and do that. I will also try to get a good idea of where I'm flying. Well, I know where the next one is. Thank you, Giant Banjo. You were easy to spot off camera. In the distance. Something like that. And the next one is off in this direction. Let's speed this trip. There he is. Boy, there's a lot of stuff to do in this level, by the way. It is going to take a little bit of time for us to get everything. Only joking, mortal. We can only give you this. Oh, right, because he said that doing that would defeat the witch. I never quite catch that for some reason. It's like, oh, you're going to give me something that'll help me defeat the witch. Which technically he does. But no, he's literally saying, oh, we're going to defeat the witch for you. Except they don't. Alright, still need to do a lot of flying in this level. For example, there's this thing up here. We actually need that ability we learned in Freezy Peak. Whatever, it counted. Don't land there! Well, hey, as long as I'm here. So, right in here is another location of one of those stop and swap items. This is actually one of the only 3 stop and swap items that is teased upon completing the game. When you complete the game 100%, the game tells you about the one in Shark Food Island, the ice key, which you can already see anyway, and this one. Anyway, now I have to do that flying thing again, because I landed in here by accident. Okay, Magic Carpet, I really need you to come along. I'm beginning to wish that I had come here as Wishy-Washy Banjo. Would have been helpful to be immune to the quicksand at all times. Clearly, I did not entirely come into this place with a strategic plan of which order to be grabbing all of the stuff. This is not an efficient run through the level. Okay, let's actually hit it this time. That way, it is a lot easier to actually get into it. And here's another character people tend to forget exists. Hello, my friend. I am Ruby. Can I be of some help? No? We're looking for treasure, pipe boy. Very good. I see some up there. It's yours if you can get it. Yes? I feel like his voice sample is offensive, but I'm not going to be offended because being offended is like the popular thing to do, and nobody wants to do the popular thing. It's why everybody hates Fortnite. Alright. Oh. And he's also got a little friend here. I'm not entirely sure what that is. An anteater? I think it's an anteater. If I had to guess. It's certainly cute. And pink. Wonder if it has a name. This is one of them where you do have to put in more than one egg. Almost a shame the eggs aren't giant. Okay, I can time this good. Theoretically. Hypothetically. Ah, 1,000 thanks. My friend Histup will now help you with your quest. Matty Ratty says, I think Kazooie would have something to say if the eggs were giant. Yeah? Kind of. Oop. And that ends that. Alright, we got 3 Jiggies. Now, which one do I want to go after next? You know what? Let's go after the one over here, because this one is kind of special. Grabba's got a Jiggy. Nyeh, 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 nyeh. What kind of laugh is nyeh? Bear's too slow. Nyeh, 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 nyeh. Well, I can fix that. I'm just going to... Well, I guess first I'm going to collect these notes as long as I'm over here. Gonna be careful not to fall down there, because there's quicksand down there and fall damage. I mean, thankfully the quicksand in this level doesn't automatically kill you. It's just kind of, painful. Or slippery in the case of these slopes. Alright, let's try to do this right. I want to start from here. Okay, where are you? There you are. Miss. That was unfortunate. I was hoping I got that on my first try. Especially since I have to risk taking fall damage and as well as quicksand damage every time I come down here. I mean, the alternative is to beak bomb him, but I kind of risk missing like that. Little too high. Missed again. I can do this! Off camera, I can do this! I tried it on another file of mine and it worked perfectly. Here, let's kind of be smart about this. No! I've had that 1,000 years. Well done, mortal. So, there's actually a way that I was supposed to get that using some special shoes, but I wanted to trigger this glitch. Perhaps you can hear it. In the background there, you can hear the sound of the shoes that I am going to get, the music that plays when you wear them. It is kind of weird that the music is playing. It's like the game knows I'm supposed to use the shoes to get the Jiggy, but because I didn't, it's all confused. Anyway, the next thing on the to-do list, I wasn't actually wanting to press that yet. I wanted to climb up this, and then get the thing after I collected the stuff on the way up. Well, so as for that, let's just go ahead and do this right now. So this is another challenge where you're supposed to use those special shoes, but I want to do this without. Because I wanted to show that you can. If you were playing this level as Wishy-Washy Banjo, Wishy-Washy Banjo would not be able to wear the shoes that I'm talking about. Despite this, thanks to the 2 Jiggy collecting methods that I have shown you, it is entirely possible to complete this level without the use of the shoes. Okay, these guys are pretty much invincible, unless I'm invincible. So, taking advantage of that, getting some health back, because boy do I need that health back. Is this supposed to be Mario? It reminds me of a Mario face, assuming that this is a mustache and not teeth. It could be entirely possible that it's teeth. You never know. If it was supposed to be a Mario reference, there'd be some sort of indication there's a hat. Anyway, let me go ahead and do this the way I intended. And that's getting all the items along the way up here. Or at least some of them. Without those special shoes, getting up here like this is pretty much impossible. Except for flying, of course. Even with the special shoes, this is quite a task. The time limit is super strict, so even if I had the shoes, there's no guarantee that I'd be able to make it up here. Alright, that takes care of that. This is not the temple I thought it was. There's another one nearby somewhere. So, these right here, these running shoes. They are running shoes. They are how you're normally supposed to get into this temple and get the Jiggy from the hand. Incidentally, we're fighting hands. I mean, never mind if you are turned into a mummy, but what do you think it's like if you're a mummy hand? I mean, the bright side, they do seem to be able to know where they're going. So, it's not like they're blind, or maybe they are. Maybe they kind of feel out the world kind of like Braille. I'd be concerned about getting my hand stuck on something sharp and pointy, but their hands seem to be somewhat protected by some bandages, so... But then again, maybe the bandages are there because they keep hitting some thorny, sharp stuff. Okay, I'm going to start swimming down here, because there's some stuff I can get down here, now that this is filled up. Because quicksand ain't so quick whenever it's full of water. By the way, a moment of silence for the sand eels who once lived down here in the quicksand. They have died in the tragic flood of March 20th, 2009. In fact, let's go ahead and kind of give them that period of respect here. Period of respect. You are not being very respectful. Whatever. I can pause the game. Let us go ahead and have this period of silence while I go into my first episode break of today's stream. We will be right back. And when we come back, I'm gonna show this sliding sphinx what for.